Hello, everyone. My name is Nick Dram, and today we will be talking about shift conflict management. Shift conflict management is basically when you either overwork your shift or someone gives you a larger job than what you should be doing, which throws off the rest of your shift and leaving either A, more work for the guy behind you, or B, the opportunity for you to not be able to do your job as effectively as you should. So when I worked first shift at Menards, I was in charge of a lot of stocking and doing a lot of things, getting such as the cash registers and everything, getting them ready and getting everybody in the right place for the workday. So after my shift was over, I would start at 4 a.m. in the morning and then generally be out around 11 or 12. So when the next guy came in, he was responsible for basically picking up where I left off of, and they just went on. They basically just plugged in and went on with their day with, if customer satisfaction and making sure everything's in the right place. So I actually had a problem with a guy not showing up, and he actually ended up going on vacation. That's what he ended up telling everybody. So he actually was recently hired, and it was about a month or two into his job that he didn't show up, and he didn't show up for a week. So it actually made everybody uneasy with what they had to do. I ended up actually doing had more of a responsibility with having to stay over, which gave me actually over 40 hours every week. And the money may be okay, and it gives you a little extra money working time and a half over overtime. But if you had such as like school, like I have college, I did, and I had different like plans with either families or get-togethers and stuff. It kind of threw everything off in my life, and it made it more difficult because I ended up working basically half the day. I ended up getting to the point where it was 12-hour shifts or even more. I mean, so it wasn't a very good thing for us, and it was awful trying to manage my time and be able to work with a store. I actually had problems with a guy after in third shift. I mean, it doesn't have to happen behind you, but it can happen in front of you where he never took trash out. So I would have to do that. Then I could start stocking shelves and stuff. So it was like you're taking care of somebody else's job. Then it took you hours later to be able to do what you had. And that was one of the things that really annoyed me, I believe, out of all of this, and just about everybody that's ever had the responsibility of keeping a store upkeeping and stuff. And it was, like I said, hard to be able to do your job effectively and then get out a certain amount of time and then make sure the guy behind you is going to have be able to do what he has to do. So anyways, it ended up coming down to that, to where they ended up getting fired and we ended up replacing the guy. So my ways for prevention for shift conflict management would be to make sure whoever you get has a history with being on time and a history with being very dependable. That's one of the biggest things. And preventing this is to make sure the guy you have is dependable. If you call his references up and they say that he has a hard time of getting up or a hard time with showing up when he's supposed to, there's generally not the people you want to hire. So that was one of the things when I hired people. I would sit with the HR and we would go through people that was going to be dependable and show up and had a good personality. So that's one of the ways of prevention for the shift, for the conflict with people not doing what they're supposed to be doing in their shifts and stuff. Generally, appearance and stuff made a big difference. We'd look into that because we know that if he showed up and he or she put the time into dressing up or coming in presentable, that they were going to do a good job and look presentable for work. So, but yeah, one of the biggest thing is being able to prevent it, because if we don't find a way to prevent these things, it just makes your life harder, your job harder, and others around you harder, and you have to end up pulling different people from different areas, making you weak in certain areas, such as you'd only have 2 tellers or people running cash registers, and you may only have 2 guys stocking when generally 4 should be doing it, because you had to move one up to the cash registers because one either quit or didn't show up. So, like I said, one of the biggest things is to prevent this by not hiring these people and doing your best to sift through the people that are actually doing what they're supposed to be and people that ain't supposed to be. I hope you enjoyed this speech, and I hope everyone else has a good day.